Finally got the car back from the paint shop. Everything is out of it. Slowly putting all the pieces together. Interior is all apart, dash is out. I'm changing the leather color from a gray to kind of a yellowish leather. So I'm gonna try to wrap the dashboard if I can. If not, I'm gonna wrap it with a black vinyl. Putting all the chrome pieces together. I still have to put the moldings on the doors and sides. I have to redo the fuel tank and fuel lines because putting a supercharger on, an LSA supercharger out of a CTS-V. So, and unfortunately I have to cut my hood because I put it, it sticks up about 3 inches, 2.5, 3 inches above where the hood closes. So I'm gonna have to cut the hood. That sucks. So I'm starting to take stuff off of it now. I have to redo some of the wirings and everything else. Just freshen up, maybe paint the hood area too, make it look presentable. Got a new radiator. Need to get a new condenser. And where did I put the intercooler? This is the supercharger that's going on. That's the intercooler. Heat exchanger. I have to put new reservoirs and stuff like that. I'm gonna take this back. This is not gonna work. It's originally I thought it would work pretty good cooling the intercooler, but it's actually gonna restrict a lot on the sides for the radiator and a condenser. So this is where I'm at now. I gotta take the pulley off, drill it, put the new pulley on, drill it, the LS9 pulley, put the brackets on. I had this AC unit sitting up here, but it's not gonna work with the LS9 brackets. They do sell the bracket I wanted. It's just for one bracket, so I don't have to move this. It costs $1,200, so I don't know if I wanted to do that. That's too expensive for just one bracket. But if it doesn't work, I'm gonna have to do it. So let's see. So just built little mounts. They're just kind of temporary right now. Just trying to figure out a best way to put the new radiator in there, because I used to have this big radiator, and this was sticking up too high, and I had to get rid of that piece that goes on top. But I got another one and I cut it, and I'm trying to use that radiator. It's much shorter, I mean narrower, but it's also much longer. It basically goes from this end to that end, and I only have maybe about an inch on each side, which is perfect. So we'll see how it goes. This windshield, I had to put it on. It was a pain in the ass. It's really hard to put these windshields on. This new seal was long, so I had to cut it in the middle and kind of glue it together. I still have to put the chrome surroundings all the way around, but everywhere else the chrome is on already. I still have to paint this part. Upper door, all these chromes and all these seals are new. They're very hard to find here and here. There's a, oh no, not here, but there's one on the door panel, has also that same type of seal that goes in there. Put that on. And I had to take this. This is a sticker vinyl originally that came from the factory, so I had to. It was coming off, so I had to take it out and put a new one on. I didn't even notice that dent there. But I had to put a new vinyl. Still a lot of work to do. So what? I'll keep you guys updated. I have to there's a little fuel reservoir under the battery, so I think I'm gonna get rid of that one. I have a different one that I purchased with the dual fuel pumps. I'm gonna hook that up, and also this, well, I guess this fuel lines are big enough. Good, because I was kind of worried if the fuel was not gonna be this hole was not gonna be, the feed one was not gonna be big enough. But now that I look at it, it is pretty big enough. These are returns. There's 2 returns, I believe. This is the one I know for a fact that feeds the reservoir down there. Let me back out a little bit because it's, I guess it won't let me back out now. We still have to put the back bumpers on and lights and everything else. Still kind of have to adjust the doors. This side is pretty good as far as the alignment. That side, the door needs to go up just a hair, so I have the shim that I have to put it in the brackets probably down there to bring the door up kind of, and align all the lines and everything. This side kind of looks good already. It probably needs to come out. No, it's good. This side's good. The other side needs work. The reason it sticks in, like, because there's no door seal right now. But when you close the door and bring it out, as far as it comes, I guess this door needs to come out. The top kind of curve out, kind of this way. But if it doesn't, I mean, it looks bad in the video, but it's actually not that bad at all. And it's an 86, so you can't expect everything to align like a 2022 car. By the way, all the suspension on this car is Aston Martin DB7, because our Aston Martin DB7 was based out of this XJS, and I had to find the lower control arms and upper control arms, and also the rear lower control arms and hubs, swap them all over, and I just have to put an extender piece on rack and pinion, the inner and outer tie rod too, because it's like a little bit not enough. The wheels kind of look out, so I have to be able to adjust them. This car is pretty built as far as like the suspension and everything. It's got adjustable shocks in the front and coilovers, 4 coilovers in the back. Let's see if I can show. It's got adjustable coilovers in the back, and I just did a stainless steel exhaust all the way back. Hi, Mia. And I think it's the driver's side that I already replaced the rear control arm. The passenger side still needs to be replaced. So the only difference is that Aston Martin one has a little metal piece right there. This metal piece is welded to it across to keep it from flexing. The differential is also replaced with an Aubrey clutchless ones. I'm gonna replace these calipers with the S-Type R calipers. I have to build a bracket for these. The front one's already done. It's got an S-Type R front calipers and a C606 rotor, and the hubs are also from Aston Martin DB7 in the front. The reason I did that because I have a 9.5-inch wheels in the front and 10.5 in the back, and the steering wheel would wander a lot. So I got those because these have a bigger hubs versus the Jaguar thin one with 2 separate bearings, and it was a lot of flex. I think that's what's causing it, because everything else I tried, it didn't work. I know having a wider wheels and tires doesn't help, so well, we'll see how it goes. Hopefully it'll work out. And this car is made kind of like a C6. I have the C6 box and the cluster and the push button, ECU body control module. I have the ECU and the body control module tucked over there. It's the cluster. I have to build it into a Jaguar cluster frame to make it look kind of OEM. And here's the button. I'm going to relocate the button, but also, you know, without the remote, the C6 remote, the proximity remote, the car doesn't start. You can press the button as much as you want, or try to start it with the key. The car's not gonna start. It's like a anti-theft. So I kind of wanted to build it that way, and I had to source out the pedal box from UK to convert this car from automatic to a 6-speed T56. So all this stuff I'm going to take all this stuff back out, paint it, because I have all these stickers new, everything else. So it's probably going to take me a couple of months to get everything up and running, but once I'm done, it should look pretty good and get it tuned. Hopefully the supercharger will work out. I don't see why not. It should. So, you know, we'll go from there. And this is it's kind of a stock 6.2. It's got forged pistons in there, 10-to-1 compression. I did the trunnion upgrade a while back, so I have the rocker arms trunnion upgrade, but I hear a lot of people saying that that's actually, the trunnion upgrades are worse than the stock ones, so I might change it back to a stock rocker arms and stuff. But as far as the motor, the only thing is forged in there is the pistons, so it should hold up. I'm not looking to get too crazy of a power out of it anyways. This car has no ABS or any stability control, so too much power, it's kind of useless. So even with this stock, it's cammed, it has a Night Fury cam in there, and it put down 456 wheel horsepower and 450 torque, and it's pretty fast. But I mean, you get used to power and you always want more. So, well, I'm gonna stop here and continue working, and I'll keep you guys updated.